I speak to you now. The case between Chinwo and her former record label boss, EeZee Conceptz, is currently going on now in Federal High Court in Ikoyi, currently as we speak now. And what is going on, based on my own informants that I kept here, he said Chinwo's lawyers, team of lawyers, are putting pressure on the judge that the judge should arraign EeZee. That the judge should arraign him. And one of the reasons why, according to our suspicion, is so that when they arraign him, they arrest him, then people will now say he's the one that is lying, so that they will use it to clear their name on the media, because they have seen that people don't doubt their story, which is why Chinwo put part 1 of her story, but she no gree put part 2 up to tomorrow. She put only part 1, she no gree put part 2. You come online, can't talk something. You no talk say you detain the guy. You know, talk say the guy give you $274,000, which everything I post with evidence. So now, what they try to do to save their face, now say, make the judge arrest and arraign EeZee. So, man, they check from my informant. So the judge, you see where God want to catch them. See where God they take catch them. The judge can't be person where we say get high integrity. So this case, don't they go another side. So the name of the judge is Oweye Alexander. Honorable Justice Oweye A.O. Alexander Oweye. Now, I did my research. I called some other lawyers, big lawyers. They say, don't worry, if it's this man, the man is of high integrity. If it's this man, oh, the man, oh, they compromise. No matter the money where you give him, the man is a very straightforward man. So, yes, but like say, finally, we go know who get God and who really get bloggers. So as we speak now, the case is currently going on. And it's just so crazy because person don't say get God. Even though this guy get evidence 100%, the guy say, bring your this thing, make the audit, you know, agree. Now, the genesis of this thing is because allegedly you went, because I posted online, you were the one that breached contract by going behind the record label to make money. And when they found out, they told you that they are going to hold on to your royalty. Then when you come, you balance them what you made outside the record label, and then they can give you your royalty. Next thing, you people got EFCC involved. They froze the guy's account. When I start media, waka, bang. At the end of the day, EFCC detained the guy for more than 8 days. This guy was detained in EFCC cell. They collected $274,000, which I posted the evidence. Now, when I posted it, immediately, I don't see part 2 again of Chinwo's story. They have bloggers, I have God. Do you really have God? Up to now, see they ask. So far, so good. They did for court, they judge. The court said there must be arraignments before application can be heard. Fuck. They will have to arraign him. They will have to arraign EeZee Conceptz. Now, this is sad. Coming from somebody where they claim, say, okay, yes, now church, there they go. This is really, really sad. But I will dig deep. No, this one pay me. I wish I'm in Lagos. I wish I'm in that court. Man, they give live reports. Show you the see. Show you the see. Now, what is the purpose of arraignment, if I may ask? The guy they run, the guy is everywhere. And this matter said, the guy don't even need to appear for court. Show you they see. They don't arraign the guy. They won't arraign the guy now. So the next one I go see now, if you say, okay, yes, for all the whole news, they also say they don't arrest the guy. They have bloggers, I have God. Now so God they operates. For the benefit of the body of Christ. I ask again, which nonsense body of Christ? Now need I remind you, this same person, when they collected the $274,000, they now asked her, they say, okay, where is the money you made outside the record label? Allegedly, she tendered $3,500, which I posted online for the benefit of the body of Christ. Make una help me ask her, say, where is part 2 of the story? And why are they trying to use a power, influence on this case? Why? But me, I will stand for the truth. And at the end of the day, the truth will always stand tall.
I believe I have spoken about this issue at length, so I wouldn't want to spend much time repeating myself. It doesn't make any sense at all. This whole EeZee Chinwo never-ending saga is really something that shouldn't be going on. I think they really need to find a way to solve this issue. Now, most of us looking from the outside might not really know what the whole problem is. Because as of now, is he said, she said. So we cannot really know for sure who is telling the truth and who is just outright lying. But you know, cases like this are not new. They are not new. They are things we see every now and then. Now let me say this, because it's very, very common for artists to make this mistake. You know, when they are struggling, they are so humble, they are so humane, they are so simple. They come to you, they say nice things to you. They tell you to do whatever is possible for them to get the job done, that you should help them, that they will be there for you. And then you start funding them. You start using your own hard-earned money to pour on them. You start polishing them. And when they became popular, when everyone knows them, when everyone sings their name, when everybody talks about them, they have now developed feathers. And you know what they do? They start kicking back. They start fighting back. Now, I'm not saying that this whole case with EeZee might not be much more deeper than we know. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like, we see stories like this all the time. When they are nobody, they beg you. When they became popular due to your own effort, due to your money, due to your connections, now the contract they had with you becomes too exploitative. The relationship they had with you becomes too toxic that they cannot take it anymore. All the hard work they promise you becomes a slave labor. Rather than working as they have promised, they now say that the work culture is too toxic, that they work in a slave-like situation. They started telling you things that they want you to do for them. In fact, not just telling you, but demanding you do those things to them or for them. We've seen this. We've seen this. We've seen this. Some of them would even say that they make X amount of money and you are taking almost everything and giving them just chicken change. That's what they will say. But they will never remember when they had nothing. They will never remember when no one was willing to gamble on them. They will never remember when you were putting your hard-earned money on them, trying to promote their song, trying to promote their art, and trying to get them on every single platform that could give them the exposure that they needed. They will never think that all what you did was a gamble that could have gone sideways. It could have all just went to the drain, because artists failed all the time. I said this in a previous video, and let me say it again. When you have 5 artists under your brand, upcoming artists, you'll be lucky to have 2 out of those 5 becoming successful. You'll be extremely lucky. Sometimes you have 1 and sometimes you have 0. None of them would become anything. And all the money you've poured into them has gone to the drain. You've lost everything. People don't see the risks in this. They don't see it. That is why when these record labels or when these production companies are collecting the revenue from one artist, which is as high as it is, They don't understand that many of such artists who the label company pour money into did not get anywhere. And so the record label need to recover the money they've spent on those artists who became popular. That is just the business model. And if you think that you don't want to be exploited, you don't want to be abused, as you guys put it, don't go signing contracts with people. Don't go begging people to put their money on you. Don't go begging people to invest their time in your art. Do it all by yourself if you think you can do it. But if you sign contract with people, respect it. Respect it. If they helped you get to where you are or to who you are, respect them. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. If you were willing to take the slave-like working conditions when you started, you should be willing to take it now. Now listen, they don't have the right to force you to stay with them after your contract expired. They don't have the right to do so. But when the contract is still valid, you must do as it is written in the contract. You cannot come out and say it's exploitative. You cannot come out and say it's slave-like. You cannot come out and say it's toxic. No, no, no. You cannot. You have no right to do that. Follow the contract.